Welcome, survivors, to episode 57 of 7 Days to Die single player, currently being played through on the PS4 for our console fans. Now, I know this is no Alpha 15, but this game still looks fucking gorgeous on console. I can definitely appreciate it, and this is my baby. This is the game I grew up with. Not really, actually. This is the Let's Play I grew up with, really, because I always played on PC before console, but then played on console when it came out for console. So, I have a lot of console fans, and we have lots of new PC fans as well here, too. So, if you guys can get along great, that's awesome. I'd like to see cross-platform cooperation, considering that it helps us both in the long run. But anyways, I was in here. We have finished Richie's house. Richie is extremely ecstatic with his house. He is incredibly happy with it. We're just kind of chilling out, shooting the shit in here. And now I'm talking to Jeff about his house. Now, I have had some time in between recording Alpha 15s and doing some other stuff to actually get a pretty good chunk of Jeff's house done. At least the basement and the massive amount of landscaping I had to do. I have shitloads of clay now. And shitloads of dirt as well here too. It's going to be a little weird going back and forth across playthroughs because they switched dirt to dirt fragments in Alpha 15. So much has changed. It's going to weird me out a little bit going back and forth. But it is good to be back with my main squeeze here. It's kind of like, you know, we took a little bit of a break. I told you guys Alpha 15 was going to come out. But I'm continuing this episode, that's for sure. Or this series, that's for sure. Because, I mean, why not, right? Like, look at the beauty of this place. I absolutely love it. It'd be like putting down and just walking away from a gorgeous girlfriend. Now, in that case, what I've done here is I've had this girlfriend for a while, right? And she's called 7 Days to Die, and I've had her on the PS4. And then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Some new girl moved into town called Alpha 15, and oh my God, is she hot! She is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm playing with Alpha 15 here, right? But you know what? I do miss my main squeeze. So we're gonna stop taking the break here from my main squeeze, and you're gonna see episodes of this come out every week. 3 to 4 episodes. I'm gonna try Thursday, Friday, Saturday, if I can. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You guys just have to realize that I will be pumping out 2 episodes per day of 7 Days to Die. One on PC, or one on PC. And one on console, and probably a stream video here and there as well too. I'm starting to experiment with that as well too. Now, if you guys haven't caught any of my streams recently, make sure you do. If you guys want to know when I'm streaming or when I release a new video, right beside my subscribe button, there should be a little bell button. If you click on that button, what it'll do, it'll alert you every single time that I have a new video out, or I'm live streaming, so you guys can come out and hang out with me, and that'd be super cool, because I have been doing it solely on YouTube. I kind of given up on the Twitch thing. I'm kind of past the Twitch thing. I'd just rather give you guys a better quality stream and not have to sell out for subs. Well, Twitch subs. You know, I have a lot of YouTube subs, but this is Richie's place. We've already done it. You guys can actually see this being constructed in the last 3 episodes, or 4. If you want to catch up on those episodes, go right ahead, because I'm basically building my new house, Jeff's house here, the same style. Now, if you're curious at all to exactly what I have planned out for this house, how I'm building it, and what it should look like, go to the description. There should be an Imgur link in there. And what I've done is I do have to pick up some of these because this house wasn't nearly as big as I thought it was going to be. I just started throwing these down. What I've done is I found this really old blueprint book I had from when I was a kid, because I've always been raised, my father managed a lumber yard and a renovation company, so I've always been around this type of thing, so I really do have the basics down of how houses are framed and everything, so I can relay that into the game a bit, especially with the physics. Like, that's why I think I really enjoy the physics of this game. It's just because it adds that little bit of realism. But what I've done is thrown a link to that. What I'm going to do is I'm choosing, like, for inspiration, I'm choosing houses out of it, and I'm trying to fit the original floor plans as much as possible. And that can be a little difficult because the floor plans are in meters. Which, you know, sounds like it should be easy, right? Well, if it's in meters, just use 1 block for every meter. But you got to remember, in homes, not every wall is a meter thick. You know what I mean? So I got to kind of do the math, skew the math, do it out a bit. This I laid out 2 times. This is the start of the basement. If you guys are actually following along with the blueprint, I forgot to pull it out here, so I'm gonna quickly pull that out, and then we'll take a tour of what I've done so far. And if you guys have the blueprint pulled up, you can actually see it on the blueprint exactly what I've built. So I'll try to translate that to you guys because that's the technical part of it, and I know a few of you showed a lot of interest in that technical part. But do feel free, if you can, use that Imgur image to actually do this yourself. After a few tries, you guys will be pleasantly surprised how fast and how accurate you can build complex homes in 7 Days to Die. But anyways, I'm going to go get that piece of paper, and I'll be right back. Okay, awesome. So I got the blueprint preview back here. It's not the actual like full out blueprints for the house. It's more like a preview just to kind of show you what the layout of the house and everything looks like. But it's just enough to actually see what the layout of the house should be. So if you take the paper, if you take the image, weird, see? You can hear paper. Doesn't that make an odd sound? Haven't heard that in a while. Anyways, if you go and you look in the middle, on the left-hand side where it says lower level, it's cut off just a wee bit. I was trying to rip the pages very gently because it's pretty brittle, and I didn't really want to toast it by doing that. Oh, that house looks nice too. I just flipped the page over and looked at another house. But this is going to be Jeff's house. It's like a little villa house, which is going to be cool because I can actually use the clay to make the roof for it. So that's nice and detailed. But if you look at the lower level, I've done everything in it. It has, if you look at the spaces where it's not solid lines, and it just has like dotted lines where you see like the couple of bathrooms and some rooms, but they're not solid lines, that's actually future expansion. That's showing you, you know, you have an unfinished basement, you can do whatever you want with it. What I did, that was more of like a suggestion. So let's go down here, and we'll do a little quick bit of a walk around, and then I'll go ahead and build some more of this. I do need to get some more wood as well because this took 1,500 frames already. I've already dumped 1,500 frames into building the basement for this place. But the garage will go right here, which actually works almost perfect, so it lines up to the roadway up here. So I'm gonna have to backfill this a bit here as well too. If you can see on the first level, the garage actually hangs off the side of the house. So the basement's almost the exact same size as the first level, aside from the garage. So I'm definitely going to have to do some backfilling. Or what I may do is just create a wall and make a secret room or something underneath the garage. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. We'll definitely have to check that out later, though, because every house has to connect to this tunnel system that is a safe system for the city. Okay, awesome. So let's start. If you look on the left-hand side there at the lower level, let's start out over in this corner over here. So this room here that we're in right now, this is the room that's going to be in the lower right-hand corner of the lower level. So this would be a bedroom. So this is your bedroom here. Oh, and you know what I forgot? Oh, wait, no, there's supposed to be a closet here. But what I think I'm going to do for the closet is actually just put it in as plates. Just put in plates, so that way it gives the because then oops, get out of here. So that way I can go like one out and put a plate on the back side of this. Now I won't be able to butt anything up against it, but at least it'll give the illusion of a 2-block space in between, so it can look like a closet. But that's going to be a little tricky. Anyways, this is the first bedroom, and once you get out of the first bedroom, you have a bathroom here. So this house has a lot of bathrooms. So this bathroom here is accessible, and it looks like it actually has a bathtub in it as well here too. If you can see in the corner there, it looks like the bathtub. Now there is another smaller closet that's supposed to be here, but obviously I couldn't do it with the 1-meter walls. I'm also keeping an eye out for zombies here because they rip right through the shit. It really sucks when they do that. I've had it happen twice actually while building this. I look over and there's like zombies slapping at it. It's like, hey, get the fuck out of here. But anyway, okay. So we got those two first rooms done here. Now, if you move over from that one room where it says crawl space, and then it says mechanical room above it, this here is the wall. This will be the mechanical room in here. This is obviously, you know, where your heater is going to go, your water heaters, everything, right? Everything goes in here. So this is your mechanical room. And then if you look under there, it has a very large crawl space. So what I've done, because you can't go in a 1-block space, you can't crouch and fit in it, I've had to go with 2. I would have rather make the crawl space one block, but maybe one day they'll do the crawling thing, so an actual crawl space. But what I'm gonna do, I think, is just leave the floor dirt, so that way it looks like a legitimate crawl space. Maybe put some like boxes or something in here. I don't really know because I am extremely limited being on survival. I don't have the creative items. But what I may do one day is when this series is over, is come back and redecorate the town in creative. So that way I can have street lights, street lamps, maybe Alpha 15 will content will be out for console, and I can have some working lights. Yes, you can build working lights on Alpha 15. What you do, you build them in the crafting. They've changed so much, guys. Like a lot of the stuff you have to build in the crafting table now. But they made working lights that have switches on and off. It's pretty cool. If you guys haven't checked out that A15 content, definitely do so. Okay. Now that we have that done, we have another room beside it. This is the staircase here. So this is where the main foyer is going to be. This is your main entrance right here where I'm standing. And then you'll have another set of stairs going upwards. That's right. Oh, you know what I just noticed? I actually did these stairs backwards. Up should be on this side, and then the next step up should be on that side. Because I do believe the house is actually several layers. Like, it's not all the same on one floor as it is the other. I think the back half of the house is a little bit higher. So without actually being able to go into the house, it's really hard to tell. So I'm pretty much just winging it. I'm going to assume that there's another floor up here. Oh, into the roof. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll have to take a look at the blueprint here and figure out why there's another staircase going up. I never really thought about that one. But this is a staircase, main foyer. This here is the room that is listed as future den. So this would be your future den right here. So basically another office. We're going to have an office space in here, I think. And behind that den, where you see, which would actually be laying directly underneath the garage area. Actually, it's not under the garage area. This the garage will line up right beside it. But we got ourselves another small crawl space in here. So that's pretty cool. Let's make sure I'm not... Maybe need some water. Oh, I'm good. Okay, so another crawl space, another secret storage area. Nothing special. What do we have over here? Okay, awesome. So this room here, if we go back to the right side of the diagram, there's another room in there. It shows an unfinished room, that the room's not actually there for the building, but I put it in anyways because, well, I have to support these floors, and I'm going to do that by building rooms. But here's another separate room all by itself. This room has its own little closet in here. This room, I was able to build a full-size closet in. It was a lot easier because it had a lot of extra space. Unfortunately, it doesn't have access to that bathroom, though. So if you're in this room, you'd have to run all the way out, all the way into this foyer, and then all the way back around and into this washroom. That's actually not that great of a design. Well, that's all right. We'll deal with it. The cool thing is, too, is I get to go and put in windows into all these rooms. Because technically, this is a basement, but it's not the basement. Because this floor lines up with this environment, which, by the way, guys, I literally leveled all of this out. This took about 5 hours to do. I did it in between recordings while, you know, shooting the shit with my friends. Just kind of like a time killer, right? So I appreciate that this episode already has about 6-7 hours of effort into it. But that's how these episodes are going to go from now on. You'll see a lot of progress per episode instead of a little bit of progress and a lot of talking. Speaking of a lot of talking... We're almost actually running up on... Oh, we're running up on almost 15 minutes now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a commercial break here. I'm going to go and get myself some more wood, make some more frames because I'm running really low. And when we come back after the commercial break, I should actually have some more of this laid down. I do plan on doing the back half of the house where you see the unfinished basement. There's actually one... It says unfinished basement on the left half, but it actually goes all the way across. So I'm going to finish up all that stuff. Oh, that's a fireplace in the unfinished basement. Nice. Okay, yeah, this house is getting 2 fireplaces, actually. There's 2 chimneys. Oh, that's freaking awesome. I just realized that. Oh, I'm so pumped to get back to this. Okay, anyways, guys, enjoy the commercial. I'll see you guys in a second. And once again, thanks for your support. And welcome back. So I realized what I've done here. I've got a lot of work done. As you can see, I have one of the chimneys coming up. I just got to figure out where the second one's going to be. I haven't looked into that too far. But I figured out what I've done here. I've messed up a bit. So if you look at the picture, if you look at the front of the house, The basement is actually raised quite a bit. It's not level with the ground. What I've done here is I've created that build with the ground level right here. So I was thinking about it, I was like, damn, am I gonna have to raise this a block or two? It's gonna look a little awkward. The basement will have huge roofs. But then I could fill in the floor. But then, you know what? I actually came to the decision that I can actually work with this. This will actually work out better in 7 Days to Die terms than going the other way around, because those areas are like half a meter high, like 1.5 meters high. Like, it's just an awkward height. So what I'm going to do, because I haven't done the garage yet, the garage comes in on the first level of this house. But if you look at the garage, it's actually considerably lower than the rest of the house. So the roofing system would look a little funny if I made the garage level with this. It would just continue the roof at the same height, so it wouldn't have quite the same effect. So what I decided to do, because we do have mini bikes, is I'm going to bring the road down, I'm going to curve it down, and then curve it into the garage, and actually have the garage entrance lower than the rest of the landscape itself. So that's how I'm going to solve that problem. I think it'll look pretty cool too, because then you won't just have like a flat landscape out front. And let's go inside and check out what's been going on. That also too solved the problem on why there was separate stair levels. That was a little odd to me. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, why is there 2 stairs? Like, one going up, one going down. It's only 2 levels, right? So that made sense, because the lobby would be lower, and then the basement would come up, because this would be the lobby right here. The basement would come up one, and preferably a half of these, but one is too shallow. I can't put windows in and make it look right. And 2 is just simply too high. Now you almost have a whole nother floor, right? You add another block and there's another floor. So that's why I decided to go completely level. The house might look a little different in the end, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm only using it for inspiration. It'd be super hard to get those accurate 100%. Like, that's just insane. Okay, I'm just filling in some holes in the floor here so I don't fall into them. If you look on the design, this is the unfinished basement, the part that says unfinished basement. This is where, like, the living room's basically going to be. This is where the fireplace is going to be. It's going to be a big fireplace, but it won't be like an open roof fireplace like over in Richie's house. But this is one side of the basement. I finished this off. This was easy. This was just like an extension of the living room. But if you go now into the other side through this door, and then you have all the other rooms, you know, your boiler room here basically, and your other bedroom down there, the low creepy bedroom kind of in the front of the house that nobody knows about. And then you come back into here, and what I've done is, if you look at it, there's actually storage units, like little closets on this side. So I made a nice little closet space in there to represent that same idea. And I lined it up perfectly with this room as well here too, just in case I need to do any load-bearing walls above me. I have to keep that in mind as well. Now I have done this big open area. I put in a temporary support. It wasn't really needed because it doesn't collapse without it there, but it's there just in case zombies do something stupid, and I don't want to lose all those wood frames. Okay, so this is the back of the unfinished area. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at the house layout of the top floor and then figure out where to put the second fireplace, because this house deserves more than one fireplace. You know that for sure. So this would be pretty much like the rec room for the other side of the house. And remember earlier when I was saying this room sucks because you have to run all the way around and go to the washroom? I forgot to look at the diagram. This is another washroom right here. This one's quite large actually. So this will be a full-size washroom. And what I think I'm going to do for the bathtub is just put the glass shower blocks in the corner to represent the shower, because honestly there's not much I can do. There is no bathtubs in this game. I guess I could like dig a hole in the floor and put some water in there and call, ooh, damn, okay, well I just figured out how I'm going to make a bathtub in this house, because that would look sick too with the tiles and with the design of the house. Nice, new inspiration, awesome. So this is the bottom. So basically we got the footprint of the basement done. Obviously I don't have any of the doors in, and if you look on the diagram, I'm actually going to pop a couple out so we can get out. The balcony actually comes out further from this, so I'm going to have to do some details on the back of this house here as well too. It tucks in here, and then this is a big patio in this part, and it like lines up perfectly. It gives a perfect amount of retail space. I'm the retail space, real estate space back here for this house, because it's a large house. This is a little bit of an awkward area. I'm gonna grab this mum because them are expensive pre-Alpha 15. They actually added in the seeds for those Alpha 15, which is really nice. Going flower picking is one of my biggest pet peeves, but this house is actually a good size. That's just the basement. I gotta stick the garage on the side of this. I think I'm gonna make that my next project. Kind of figure out how the garage is gonna be laid out before I do anything else. Because I'm pretty happy, I'm pretty confident with the dimensions of the actual basement itself. And I'm pretty confident I can build the first floor, first level, on top of this easily. Because the first level is going to be the most complicated level of them all. If you look at it, there's a lot of tiny rooms in there, so I might have to mash some stuff together. I might have to make some sacrifices. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. Oh, there's a dining room. Where's the kitchen on the first floor? Oh, okay, it's right across. Right across. I get how that works. Oh, this would actually be a really nice looking home in real life. Anyways, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to spend some time working on this garage over here. See, you know, what this kind of design I can get going, at least with the basic frames. I did actually make 2,000 more frames, so I only went through 300 finishing that off. That's actually not bad. I went through quite a bit more doing this build, so I think the most part is just the floor. But I will get most of these, if not all of them, back once I do start filling in the house with the actual blocks. It's going to be all Adobe, I think, on this one. Because it is like a villa build, so that's fair. Oh, and then a beautiful view of the terraced gardens. I should run the terraced gardens right up to the side of this house, I think. I think that would look nice. Like fill it in right here with terraced garden. I think that would be the perfect filler. Because like this slope is really weird. Still need to do a lot of landscaping. But that's okay. That comes in time. Awesome. Alright. I'm going to stop saying words. And I'm going to get some done. And I will see you guys once I got an update. After much deliberation. After much changes. A lot of place blocks. A lot of picked up blocks. I finally figured out the garage here a bit. So if we come back to the roadway here, this is where the driveway will come in. And I'm thinking about putting off a little bit of driveway over here so you have a front driveway and then the garage to go in. Now, it's taking a little bit, it's a little bit confusing if you look at the front of the house. The garage itself actually also intersects. I'm going to put a window here with this little lobby here. So this is a little bit weird in here, but I'll have to polish some stuff out. I think I might have to miss some details or mash some stuff together. But the house actually goes into the part where you see the roof cuts off from this part. I know it's a little bit hard to show out, but if you look at the garage on the pictures at the front, it actually comes out. So I gotta actually, realistically, I should use the right tool and dig out this area here too, so it gives it that little bit of a drop. There we go. That'll do. I have a lot of landscaping to do anyways, but this will help you guys visualize it a wee bit better if I take some of this away. Let's take that away, and that's gone. Okay, cool. So basically that's the garage. It extends into the house a little bit, and then the roof goes up at an angle that way. So it's going to cut a little bit into this room, but that's okay. I'm going to have to think. I think what I'm going to have to do is I might have to sacrifice the crawl space that's back here. Maybe lower this one down another block or two. Yeah, that's what I'll do. See, this is why I use wood frames. Because now I have a landing at... Yeah, I'll totally have to sacrifice the crawl space. That's okay, because honestly, we didn't really need that crawl space there anyways. But what we'll do is we'll make the level of this floor, because this is now a landing that goes into the garage. Here's the entrance into the garage area. It also goes upstairs, and it also goes downstairs. So it's kind of like a halfway in between landing. And nice. And now I can put a window in there that won't look so awkward at that height. On the front. Okay, perfect. So a sacrifice of a crawl space. But actually, I think this looks a lot better. I like this, how this worked out. It's not going to be exactly the same, but I'm going to try to get it as close as possible. In this room here, I actually had to come and put it a couple blocks back because it extended too far. This is the dining room right here. So I pushed it flush with the house because out here in front is a whole bunch of landscaping, some stones and walkway and everything. So I pushed it right back flush to the house. So because if you look at the front, it actually the foyer gets sunk back a bit. And then this looks a little exaggerated as well for the if I come out this way, it's starting to look now a little exaggerated for the, which room is this? Do they call this? The living room. Okay, so this is the upper living room. What I might do is maybe bring it back one more block just to shorten it up a wee bit. Yeah, I should definitely bring this back one more block. I think I went one too far out. So this is what I do usually off when I'm recording. Oh my. And here we go. Not even paying attention to my thirst or anything. But I'll definitely come back and push that wall one more back. And what I might do with this lobby, actually, is make it so that it's only sunk back once. Because I think 2 meters is a little bit too much for that. There we go. And that'll also free up some room in my lobby in the front of the house. Because the stairs are also in a little bit of an awkward spot. There we go. Okay, cool. So we move that forward. Now the stairs downstairs are there. This gives you a lot of room to walk around the stairs, and I can put a ledge or something there. Okay, awesome. That works out. It's a little weird because there's actually no stairs at the back of the house that I'm finding. What I might do is I might actually alter the design at some point, and if I have some space back here, I might put in a third set of stairs. Because it does make so much sense that this whole area of the house has no access. But there's like stairs here. And then stairs here because of the garage. But essentially I could actually just go straight into the garage from the basement, but screw that. I'll make this nice little landing here. So that area will fill in nice. Awesome. This is so much work. That was, I believe, an hour and a half, a couple hours worth of work to get this basement done and to get this garage portion on. Because yeah, it comes up at a triangle, I guess. A triangle. Wow. And goes in, so I'm going to have to do a slope up and the slope in. That roof will work out. This is going to be extremely tricky. This is one of the most intricate house builds I've ever done, but I really wanted to take on one that was going to completely challenge me this time. Maybe make me swear a few times here and there, and you guys know how I do, right? You know, get those commercials taken away from my videos. As you guys can see, the huge fallout from that. But anyways, guys, I think this pretty much wraps up this episode. This build is freaking huge. It may actually end up being 1, 2, or maybe even 3 episodes because I also have to decorate this bitch once I get it done. And I'm going to have to get a whole ton more clay because this house is going to be all clay stuff. So I'm going to have to make the clay tile ceilings, which you have to make. Oh yeah, this is a crawl space. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. The crawl space doesn't even freaking matter. But yeah, without further delay, I'm going to go and get ready here to stream some Alpha 15 multiplayer off my A15 server, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I miss this playthrough. It's been like 3 or 4 days since I've made an episode on it, but I'm completely glad I did. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the flip side. Remember, guys, always back up your game saves. Keep it classy, and I'll see you in the next episode. Always survive. Peace out.
We about to turn it up. We about to turn it up. We about to turn it up.